Well, I can multitask.
How's that going for you so far?
Don't get slapped. Don't get your wig snatched off.
Just asked a question.
So, if you could choose someone, what would that someone look like?
I don't know.
What would that someone possess?
I like to feel challenged.
Challenge number one. What if this someone, post-Rona, came by the house, met me, met Star, met Nana, and Wink, and left, and was just like, I hate your family. Don't ever bring me back around them.
Well, that's a no-brainer.
What would you do?
That's a no-brainer. If I'm close with my family, it seems kind of counterproductive to continue a relationship with someone who doesn't like my family. At that point, you're just asking for problems.
But what if this was already after you got open and you really was into her?
I wouldn't even let it get that far. I think with the amount of stuff that I've experienced thus far, granted I have a trough of things to experience, I think I've learned enough thus far to now date responsibly, to ask the right questions and say the right things within the appropriate amount of time before it's then too late.
From what you've learned?
Yeah, asking the right questions and saying the right things within the appropriate amount of time before it's too late. And before, like I said, thinking with the heart as opposed to the mind. Okay. So your body knows when you're in the wrong situation. When you're in the wrong situation, red flags go off immediately. But humans have this weird ability of overriding that and just sticking with the wrong thing.
Press the override button.
Yeah. It's like, this feels weird. I'm going to stay.
Red flags are going off in the back.
Maybe it'll be okay tomorrow. It's usually not okay tomorrow.
Maybe it's just gas.
Maybe it's just gas.
I got indigestion.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I've learned to now date responsibly. I feel like I'm starting a fresh page with new information. It's like going through the level, getting murked, and then replaying the game and being like, okay, no, this is where I got shot. Dodging right. You know, it's kind of like that.
You know what that's called?
Experience?
It's called life.
I knew it. Something along those lines.
It's called life.
Yeah.
And you're going to continuously go through certain...
Not if I just stay home all day, lock the door, and I'll be safe. Just kidding.
That's not going to happen. But you're going to be put into certain situations to see how you're going to react. And as a man, it's double the responsibility and double, the consequence if you make the wrong decision.
I mean, with a family and child, yeah. I mean, family, yeah. That's the right word for it. We're going to make mistakes regardless.
Yeah. It's how you deal with the mistakes, how you move on from the mistakes.
Coping is important. The ability to cope. I was talking to somebody about this yesterday. I was talking to Hawk about this.
I like Hawk.
Great guy.
Shout out to Hawk.
Shout out to Hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a lot of people know how to cope with failing.
Because of the society that we live in. Everything is a fake and a facade. And then when something comes to break that image, or you get people that you don't know having something to say about something that you've done or didn't do. It's just like the world is ending and I cannot see past this particular stage in my life.
Everything is existential.
Existential.
It's not existential. It's quite temporary.
Everything lasts for a season. Change is ever evolving, ever moving, ever growing. Nobody stays the same. From the time that we started this, we've shed skin.
Started this video.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've grown since the time we started this video. 100%. So that is a factor of life. And when we realize that that's a factor of life and nothing lasts forever, mm-hmm. then we can handle things a little better. A little better. But you know, sometimes when you're in the midst of that storm.
Expectations as well.
Expectations. I tell you that all the time.
Context?
Meaning, when you have expectations of people, human, flesh and blood, humans, who are susceptible to fall and to fail at any time, your expectations can lead you to a road of misery.
Well, I mean, yes, in that context, that's a pretty monolithic way of viewing expectations, right? We can look at expectations more on a broader scale and say just expecting anything to happen, right?
Now, if it's something that has to do with spiritual matters and having expectations of things, of visions, of things manifesting itself in your life, that's one thing. But when you have expectations in human beings who are susceptible to failing and letting you down and not living up to what you may think of them, you get your feelings hurt. That's like you having a love for like a specific artist or entertainer or ball player, and then you meet them and then you see that they're a douche. And you idolize them and you're just like, oh my God, I love you so much. I love you so much. And maybe they were just having a bad day that day. Mm-hmm. Or maybe they just are a douche. Mm-hmm. But then you've built this whole image up of this person only to, you know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, that's very true. That's very true. I was just looking at it in terms of planning versus preparation. You can plan for something, but typically speaking, plans never really pan out the way you want them to. True. I can plan to go here to there in 20 seconds, but I may break my ankle in that time. I didn't plan for that.
You may trip over that stool.
May happen. You never know.
You never know.
But the mental preparation, am I able to cope with what follows?
Yeah.
And when you can't cope, that's when the alcoholism happens, the addiction happens, the depression happens. That's
I didn't hear you.
That's when the alcoholism happens, the addiction, depression, that stuff. When you can't cope with failures, or anything bad.
Well, being in a relationship with someone in this particular time, you're going to have some type of anxiety, depression, something. Because if you don't, you're not even, it's like you're not even breathing. This whole, everything that's going on, it would cause anxiety. It would cause a level of fear.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like you have an airborne virus that you can't see and it just hits you. You got the Rona. Tag you it.
Love how this circled back to the virus. It's weird.
I'm not circling back to the virus. I'm just saying being with somebody, because we started off talking about being in a relationship in 2020. Pandemic, quarantine, vaccine.
I mean, that's kind of
that is really holding back.
It's implied.
Yeah, but it's holding back everything. You can't go on no dates. Okay, what restaurant you gonna go into and sit down and have a cup of tea?
Here's the thing, right? I mean, now we're getting into Corona talk, but
I'm just saying what it is. It's our reality right now. Is it not? Just a lot of people.
Okay, so a lot of people, the amount of people that we have on the planet alone. Different people's thoughts, perceptions, and ideas and whatnot, all being funneled through the internet, through social media, and then that's an influx of information. That alone causes anxiety.
Yeah,
people expect you to care about everything all the time. I mean, at this point, right? But yeah, this just amplifies that because no one really is away from information. You don't really get to handle internal issues because you're always dealing with external issues.
Agreed.
It may sound like a douche thing to say, but a lot of these things that we're petitioning and the world matters and all that stuff, I could care less. I don't care. I don't.
I do.
I have a lot that's going on personally that I have yet to deal with. I cannot afford to care about what's happening 500 miles away from me. I just can't happen.
Well, I can multitask.
How's that going for you so far?
Don't get slapped. Don't get your wig snatched off.
Just asked a question.
What's the moral of the story here, Jerry?
That I'm starting to understand more and more why people hate me the more I talk.
What? What?
I get it.
Who hates you? What?
I mean, that's a hyperbole, but I get it now.
It's a hyperbole.
Guys. I get it. I understand. You said, what's hyperbole?
I said, what's the hyperbole?
Oh, hate. Maybe a strong dislike. But the good thing is that I've not benefited, but I've been of benefit to everybody that I've been in contact with. Whether you hate me now or not. I've helped you in some way, and you know it.
Boom. But isn't that what's all about at the end of the day?
You said it. Boom.
What good of... Like your uncle says, you're useless if you can't be used.
That's what useless means, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He says you're useless if you can't be used.
He gave you the definition of useless.
You're used less. You're used less.
You're trying to make it a double entendre, but that's just the definition of useless. You're void of use.
Yes.
Like your uncle always used to say, if you're useless, you can't be used. See, things like that are why I understand why people hate me. I get it now. I understand. It's to the point where I tell jokes just for my benefit. I don't even care whether or not other people are. A true introvert.
You really think you're an introvert?
100%.
I don't want you to be. I want you to walk into the light, Carol Ann.
Out of the light with the darkness.
Yeah, walk into the light, Carol Ann.
I don't even know Carol Ann.
I don't know either, but that's what they be saying. What's that from?
That's what they say?
Huh? What do you say? No, I actually walk into the light.
You're useless if you can't be used. So
not gonna do it.
That's really good. That's really good. Was he joking when he said that, or was that like a serious moment?
This is your uncle.
I have
Rock.
I knew it. Right on.
You already knew it. I shouldn't have to tell you who it was.
I just want a confirmation.
And it takes a very strong person to be able to deal with our family.
It does. Not gonna lie.
Our family is. Me a minute. Our family is overwhelming.
That's a good word to use. That's a great word to use.
We're overwhelming.
Want to hear a secret?
What?
I want to hear a secret. I'm gonna say this live on air. I used to be really anxious when we walked in the barbecue to say hi to people.
Why?
Just because I didn't want to, hey, it was just like,
you didn't want
excitement.
Oh, people are excited. Oh, no.
People are excited.
Oh, my God. I just want to go to trampoline.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Although these interactions would probably last like 5 seconds and they were over, I was just like, gotta say hi. Just wanted to go and just sit down and just, if something happened my way, then it happened. But I used to avoid interactions. I just didn't want to.
With your own family?
Well, you've gotten so tall. It's like, that's what happens.
Like, what do I say? I'll just sit in here and smile.
Yeah, I have. Not by choice.
Is that why you always had those faces in the family pictures?
Maybe. I would say I've gotten a lot better at hiding my face, but I think I've accepted the fact that I don't have my face now.
No, now you just stare.
I do a lot of staring. Different iterations of staring, though. Sometimes the eyes are more squinted than usual. That's when something dumb is happening and I'm trying to process it. Other times it's out of confusion because I have no idea what's happening. Or just pure befuddlement. I just have nothing to say. You can probably guess which one it is, depending.
Yeah. It's probably to the point now when people turn and look at you to see what your reaction is.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's accurate.
Well, I'll give you one better. I don't really like walking into family functions either.
Ooh, hereditary? Maybe.
But not at the barbecue. That particular family. That's, So, hey, what?
Yeah, see, I didn't like that.
I don't have a problem with. But it's more the.
Just then.
Yeah. That type of thing.
Misanthropic from youngin.
Yeah. I think the family dynamic is different depending on which
What do you mean?
Which family you're going to spend time with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You have different versions, but it's large nonetheless, and it's all love.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's all love. It's all love, and it's all for one for all. Yeah. If anybody cross any one of us,
yeah,
the whole tribe of Judah, is
That's the thing. It's always been love, right? I'm just a douche. It's let's not mistake the two. Yeah.
He's a douche in the situation.
Yeah, 100%. Full responsibility.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think I'm so comfortable in accepting my role now.
In your doucheness.
It feels
comfortable in your doucheness.
To not try to shy away from it. This is what it is. I know that I'm a douche. It's just like. Then when people actually like me, it's just like, okay, that guy actually likes me.
Other than that, it's like, well.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, I mean, we tried. Maybe you did. I didn't. But somebody tried.
No, I always like to be, nice in the beginning.
Yeah.
Everybody always starts off with 100% with me.
That's weird, but I think that it works the opposite way because I'm the opposite way.
Everybody starts off with 0?
Yeah, exactly. I used to be very, like I said, I avoided social interactions. I didn't want to say hi to people. I just don't want to talk to you. But now it's just like I don't.
But you get honestly.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I mean, it's worked this far. But yeah, I don't have problems with social interactions anymore. I don't get nervous around people. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm very comfortable.
Because I think I'm in there.
But it's not you though. You want to know why I know it's not you? Because I start off hating people. I don't like you when I meet you. I don't like you when I meet you, and that's how I
feel
I'm
about
good with conversation.
that.
I'm not disrespectful, but I go into the conversation not liking you. I don't like you.
I'm not going to say that I like the person, but they start off with the clean slate, 100%. Hey, how you doing? You know, and they could easily kind of shade me with just the handshake or now we can't even shake hands, but they could kind of shade me with the response.
With the elbow bump?
You know?
Give you a floppy elbow bump?
Like, I'll give you one. We were leaving one of the houses the other day, and we really liked it. That's the one with the lake.
Okay.
And I told the realtor, I was like, I think we found it. I think we found it. And we're outside, have the mask on or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think we found it. And I immediately went to high five. And she caught me with the And I felt a little ways about it.
That's hilarious.
Because I could easily go in my car and get some antibacterial.
Okay, yeah.
You know, because we were right by the cars. And I was like, I think we found it. And she hit the
That's tough. I'm sorry that you had to experience that.
I was like, whoa.
I'm sorry that you
had to. I just got played.
Now you got to go in the interactions elbow first.
No, now I won't even. Now she has to contact me.
Oh, she has to come into you for a high five.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm not going to give it.
You're going to give her elbow bump? I'm
not giving that either.
Oh.
Now you're not getting nothing.
She has to do one of these.
Yeah. Sure. Got to wipe it off. Wipe it off. Because I gave you 100. She diminished that.
Nah, you don't get 100. You're a murderer in my eyes when I see you.
You know?
It's a game of convince me that you're not a murderer. That's what it is.
Mine is innocent until proven guilty.
No, you're guilty.
Everybody's innocent. I am going to not assume that you're stupid, ignorant, obnoxious, haughty, any of those things when I meet you. But if by the 5th word or whatever in, I realize that it's not all there, then it starts diminishing. But I'll give you the good old, you know, from jump. I think that's how everyone should be.
Absolutely.
So if you meet a female, you're going to automatically think that she's a murderer until she proves to you that she's not?
Yes. Convince me that you didn't kill him though. I think that's fair. Because what if you did kill somebody?
Well, I think in that situation, that's where I would come in. Like if you introduce them to me, then now there's no 100% there.
Then my first defense is terrible.
There is negative 74 when I meet another female. And it's going to be like...
They're going to be depressed by the time I leave here. Because going through me already, you're already dealing with... what's the best example I can use here? Bill Burr? You know that guy?
Who's Bill Burr?
Oh, it's Bill Maher.
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher.
Don't you ever disrespect Bill Maher.
It's one of the Bills. Whichever one's a douche.
He's a douche. Yeah, Bill Maher is a douche. Yeah.
Who's Bill Burr? Who's that guy? That sounds familiar.
That's the Attorney General of the United States who just resigned.
Hey, Bill Burr. Not you, buddy.
No, he's a douche.
Different types of douche.
Yeah. I think moving forward, there's going to have to be some changes made as far as how we interact with any.
What does that mean?
Prospects.
What does that mean?
No, it's just going to be, negative 74% until you prove that you can get.
It's already negative 74. It's negative 150 with me. So by the time it gets to anybody outside of me, it's not going to want to stay at that point. It seems like more of a deterrent more than
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. It's not happening over here. Anyway, I think that you got some work to do, Paisan.
I'm good. I mean, I have work to do, just not in the dating department area. Yeah.
Let's see what 2021
the same thing
has to offer.
Don't let the ball dropping fool you. The same thing's happening.
Newness.
No.
Expect things new.
Nothing's changing. Those New Year's resolutions have been the trash by January 15th.
I'm the mother.
I'm the son.
Have a great one.
Don't forget to tune in every week for Between Sisters, Maven Moments, A Maven's Tale, Mother to Son, Crew Chronicles, or Mavens and Maven. If there's a topic that you want us to discuss, drop it in the comments. If you want to be featured on one of our shows, click on the email link and follow us on IG and shop Maven style. Most of all, share this channel with a friend and join the movement.